Are you a scrappy quilter or a quilter with lots of scraps you want to put to good use?
Are you someone who loves binding your quilts or someone who struggles with that final step to finish your projects?
Well, Erica and I are here to show you how to use the Go Scrappy Binding die and how it's something that every quilter will love. I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Botker, AccuQuilt's creativity expert. And we can't wait to share the ways this great die is going to make scrappy bindings that will get you excited about creating bindings for all your quilting projects, Pam.
So before we show everyone the die, let's show them what we're talking about when we talk about scrappy binding.
Yes.
So these are just scraps that we've sewn together to make this fun project. And you know, they can be different lengths, and obviously they can be different colors. They could be colors from your project.
Right.
They could just be black and white dots or whatever you wanted to do.
They could be whatever you have that you want to use.
All right, so Erica, let's show everybody the die and how we can make this fun scrappy binding.
All right, let's do it.
So some fun things about this die, it's on a 6x24 die board, so it's going to work through all of our cutters, including that Go Me. And you can use scraps from every project to create a binding. Now, it's kind of cool because we have these angled dog ears right here.
Yep.
Our angled guidelines and the dog ears are removed, right?
Yes.
Now, you can use just one size strip, because notice, this
There
is
are
the
different
sections,
lengths.
and this and this and this, right?
4 different lengths, yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to tell you what I did was I just found some scraps.
Yep.
And I just subcut them to like 3 inches, but it doesn't have to be perfect, right?
Right.
And so I'm going to put, so I want some of these on here. And how many, are you counting my layers for me?
Yes, I think you're going to have to stop.
Can I do this?
Yes. And then 1 layer of pink because you're that way, huh?
I am.
Okay.
So notice we're not concerned about the ends of these tails, but we are going to put a 6x24 mat on it.
Absolutely.
And I think I love the fact that the sections are different sizes.
Yes, because to me that adds to the scrappiness.
It does.
Now again, we used our Go Big and of course our Go Big die catcher, but you can use any one of our cutters. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to reveal the magic. Okay.
Slide, don't lift. And we're going to keep these little scrappies that we had here.
Oh, so we can cut some more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so like, look, like this didn't cut the whole section, so I would cut that again.
Just
on
set
the
it
die.
aside.
Yeah, just set it
Yeah.
aside.
And again,
How
we're
do we
working
do?
with scraps.
How do we do? Did we get them all?
We did.
Excellent. All right, so Erica, let's talk about 2 really important things.
Yes.
If you have patterned fabric, you want all the fabric facing up.
Yes.
But I fan folded back and forth because these
was
are
a solid,
right?
right.
And what size width is it going to cut?
So this is a 2.5-inch width, which is the most popular binding width. Now the strip lengths vary, like we said. So we've got 8 1/4, we've got 10 1/4, we've got
10
12.
1/4.
No, that's the longest one.
Oh gosh, okay.
So this is the 8 1/4, this is the 10 1/4, this is our 12 1/4, and this is our 14 1/4.
Now here's kind of a little fun thing. You could take your very favorite Sharpie and mark those
You
sizes
could,
on there.
you could, or you could just let it fall as it may.
It can. Okay.
And just be totally scrappy and good with however it comes out.
Now this cut off at a 45-degree angle. All right, so Erica, let's show everybody, we're gonna sew a couple of pieces
Right.
together, and we're gonna show everybody how it matches.
So, you know, normally we'd go ahead, that's right.
I know, I was just showing them where the seam was gonna be.
Normally you'd take your 2 pieces and you'd line them up and you'd draw a line and you'd sew and you'd trim, and we just cut all of that nonsense off for you so you can sew a 1/4-inch seam allowance there.
Yes. And the cool thing is you could pin your pieces together and then just keep, like, do little changes.
Just keep going, yeah.
Right? Okay, hold on
So
here.
because Pam and I happened to get this die just a little early,
A little bit.
I went ahead and used it, gave it a little turnout. This is leftover from a project I just finished. So you can see, you just sew those together, press them in half just like you would. I mean, after this, it's just like any other binding strip.
And do you press your seams open?
I
Is
do
that what
press
you do?
those open because that way it's going to spread out your bulk.
Yeah, so look at how easy that was. So let's do one more and show you.
Okay.
Okay, look. I'm gonna line it up. And it's gonna make an L with the piece on the top. Okay?
Now, I've made scrappy bindings without the die, and that's not nearly as fun because you have to dog-ear all those corners for yourself. And you have to figure out if you're cutting them all different lengths or not. So this is one I made for a project that's been waiting to be quilted for just a little while.
Just a hot minute. I know which project that is, by the way. Okay, so look.
There we go.
There we go.
So I can press those seams open, and from there, we're gonna treat it just like any other binding strip. We're gonna fold it together lengthwise with wrong sides together and be good to go.
And if you're creating binding ahead of time, which is always Erica's pro tip.
Always.
Always. It's great to have an empty spool or thread spool or a binding spool. Oh, we have one. What you're gonna do, it's super cute. You're gonna put your little edge here.
You can demonstrate while I press.
Okay. I love this. And then look, you can just wind it on up there. It's super cute. So that way it keeps it from getting one lost
Yes.
and two getting wrinkled, okay?
Right, because then you don't want to have to go press the whole thing again. That would be boring.
Nope. All right, so once you have your binding ready, you're gonna bind it, you're gonna sew this just like you would normal binding.
Right.
So you can either be like Erica, sew it to the front, press it away to the back, and then spend 87 hours hand binding.
Doesn't take me that long. It really doesn't.
Took me a long time. I did one just the other day. Or you can be like me and you can sew to the back, bring it to the front, and do a decorative stitch or just a stitching along
There
the
you
front.
go.
But I love the idea of being able to use up my scraps with a binding like this for all of my projects. Even though binding isn't my favorite part of making the quilt, this die makes it fun and exciting.
That's right. So think about dividing your scraps and creating scrappy bindings just to have on hand for new projects too. You could organize them by color, like you could do all blues.
Oh, yeah.
Or all pinks, or blue and whites, or you could do different seasonal prints together. Like I've got this one here that was from a fall project.
Sure.
I could just keep adding fall kind of fabrics to it. That way you've got it just all built up and waiting for you to have a project to put on it.
Making a binding has never been easier or more fun because at AccuQuilt we help you cut time.
So you can quilt more.